see the boxing voice.
Cool, man. Now I want to get your take on a couple other topics in boxing. What did you make of Jermel Charles' performance yesterday versus Trout?
You know, it's probably not what everybody expected or everybody wanted. I feel like he kind of, you know, he's headhunting a lot. He's probably trying to one-up his brother, you feel me, and knock him out. He kind of, you know, he was headhunting too much. He threw no body shots, and Trout was expecting that. You know, it seemed like Trout, he started to see that. So when he was throwing those big shots to the head, he was slipping and making a miss, and he was having trouble finding those money shots. If he would have started at the body and froze him, you know, with touching him to the body, it would have opened up some more head shots. But, you know, it's easy to stand behind the mic and talk about that. You know, it's another thing when you up in there. So, you know, he got the dub. You know, he's still undefeated. So, you know, it's just about moving forward. Definitely,
man. And you look at 154, Jarrett Hurd, the other champion. They're going to eventually meet up, man. And Hurd's a style-type fighter who comes forward. He's going to put his hands up and shoot those hard punches. How do you see a potential fight between him and CHARLO, Hurd and CHARLO, that is?
I mean, you know, that's a tough question. I mean, CHARLO, you know, we've seen some different dimensions from him. Hurd, we've seen basically one dimension, but he's doing it better than everyone else at what they're doing. So Hurd knows how to impose his will on other people, impose his size on other people, impose his fighting style on other people. And basically, I think when that fight gets made, it's just will CHARLO be able to withstand, impose his will, whether it's boxing, whether it's mixing it up, whether it's, you know, whatever it is. It's just, is he going to be able to impose his will on what he wants to do over what Hurd does? Because Hurd's coming. You know, he's coming to fight. So.
Cool, man. In that same division, we got a new player coming in, a guy by the name of Jermel MUNGUIA, who won the WBO belt against Saddam Ali. Did you see that fight, and what did you make of his performance?
I did. It was an excellent performance. You know, a lot of people, I don't think people were expecting that, especially with Saddam Ali coming off the impressive performance over Miguel Cotto. I don't think people were kind of sleeping on the dude, and you know, he did what he had to do. That's boxing, you know. So
cool, man. Let's see the heavyweights. What do you make of this whole Wilder Joshua negotiation thing, man? What's your take on it?
I mean, it's cool. You know, that's what boxing's about. Big fights, they take a while. Everyone just wants people to fight, which is cool. That's what I'm about. But you know, sometimes, especially in these mega fights, people don't think about the business end, the back end, and a lot of negotiations have to get made, and sometimes it's not even the fighters. They put so much pressure on the fighters and so much negativity and all this hate that they say on the fighters. But sometimes, half the time, it's not even them. You know, it's the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? The managers and the promoters. You know, having to get on the same page with each other. And sometimes, you know, the fighters want to fight, but sometimes it's not always about that. So,
interesting, man. I'll counter with this. We did see that Deontay Wilder offered a $50 million deal to Joshua, and he didn't accept it. Did you make anything of that whole situation?
You know, it's hard to say because there could be a lot of variables behind that other than just $50 million. You know, for us, you know, or even, you know, people outside of boxing, you say, hey, I'll give you $50 million to fight me. It's going to be a fight on the spot, you know, no questions asked. But like I said, with, you know, the networks, you know, the venues, you know, is it going to be here over the pond? You know, the promoters, the managers, all that stuff. You know, everybody has to be on the same page, and sometimes that takes a lot longer than what we would like. And but I think if we're patient, you know, we stay cool, we're probably going to get what we want at the end of the day.
And then last thing on the topic, man, based on their last two performances, Wilder versus Ortiz and Joshua versus Parker, what do you think, man? What do you think about the fight now?
Say that one more time.
Well, so Wilder fought Ortiz and Joshua fought Parker. Based on their latest performances, what's your take on the fight?
I mean, you know, Wilder, he's just kind of getting boxed up a little bit, and we seen he got hurt. He may be a little bit chinny. I think, you know, a handful of people knew that in the past. He may be a little bit chinny. But, you know, we've seen Joshua get dropped. We've seen him get hurt too. So, you know, I think it's going to be fireworks either way. You know, it's a stylistic matchup. I feel like Joshua, he's a little bit more fundamentally sound. He's got power. He's got defense, you know, more dimensions. But, you know, Deontay Wilder, he's got that, you know, that game changer with his right hand. So, like I said, I'm not sure. We're going to have to just wait and see. And it's going to be a big fight. It's going to be a big fight.
And Caleb, just the last thing, because I thought of it with you talking, how do you nullify a fighter's power when, you know, in your game, man? Because we know you know how to box specifically. How do you nullify, you know, a guy who has power?
Yeah, just ring savviness, IQ, using your feints, changing directions. you know, keeping them off rhythm, jabbing to the body, stuff like that. So just a lot of little things, subtle things, even things other than what I named. Can't be giving away all my secrets, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just little defensive things, you know. Ring savviness, IQ, and that just comes with being in the gym and not just working hard, but working smart. And I think that's one thing a lot of people overlook. The people who are working hard, sometimes they ain't working smart, and the ones who are working smart aren't working hard. It's got to be a nice balance, you know. Life's about balance. So,
the voice of the people, the Boxing Voice. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to get notified anytime one of our videos drops.
Ain't no other sight in the game, 'cause see the boxing voice.